Those few people who have watched my previous videos might note that this particular video bears no obvious connection with the main focus of this channel. Indeed, my main research interest is to understand how human beings perceive of history. More specifically, my hypothesis is that our innate cognitive hardware or machinery predisposes us to narrativize the past as a story that is headed towards some goal, or, to use the Greek word for goal, telos. In fewer words, I wonder if our brains encourage us to view the past in teleological terms. Well, there actually is an important connection between attention-schema theory and this phenomenology of history. The key bridge between these two concepts lies in the notion of implicit duality, something that I mentioned briefly in this video around minute 22. Here, the general point is that because we model attention as a real, albeit non-physical thing, awareness, this modeling may predispose us to view that non-physical thing, once again awareness, as existing in its own non-physical universe. In other words, AST may help to explain why dualism, the supposed division between a spirit/conscious world and a physical/non-conscious world, feels natural to human beings. Indeed, implicit duality is evidenced both in the development of human beings as a species, specifically in the pervasiveness of two-world mythologies, and in the development of human beings as an individual human beings, especially during the early childhood years. Regarding the latter point, findings in developmental psychology suggest that children possess early and perhaps even innate expectations of animacy, agency, and even non-physical essence. Although Dr. Graziano has discussed the relevance of AST to duality in the context of human culture, see the citations on the left side of the image, I am not sure if he has made analogous connections to child development. This is a really interesting topic, so I think I'm going to devote an upcoming video to exploring this connection. So finally, I wonder if each world, that is the physical/non-conscious and the conscious/spirit world, entail their own phenomenology of time. Well, for spirit/conscious time, the divisions between past and future depend on our ability to intuit the mental states of others. More specifically, the present belief and future goal states of others. Does this then help to explain why we often can't help but feel as though human time, or history, is unfolding on some set course towards a higher goal or resolution? As if, indeed, history were itself an agentic being, and as if the supposed goal of history informed or at least resonated with more personal notions of life meaning. And while teleological conceptions of time are rather explicit in mythological and religious belief systems, my hypothesis is that this perception arises first and foremost because of our brains. It might therefore also be observable in supposedly secular conceptions of history. However, I'm not saying that all humans view history as goal-oriented to the same degree. For example, some humans may hold on to a more nihilistic outlook towards the unfolding of historical time. For this reason, I think it is well worth our time to explore the perception of history in people diagnosed with psychiatric conditions such as schizophrenia or major depression. We might find that the deficits in the perception of agency, as is the case for schizophrenia, lend themselves to a more nihilistic or circular view of historical time. However, the opposite trend may also be true in certain circumstances, as highly teleological narratives, for example, the kind of super-narratives afforded by conspiracy theories or extremist ideology, well, these narratives might serve to anchor the fragile self in a hierarchical concept of world time that is rich in agency and meaning.